8-4 over the Calgary Flames. Gets the Chicago Blackhawks in their 5-game losing skid against the Calgary Flames by smacking them. They extinguished the Flames, making it a 4-goal game. This was a good game. It was back and forth hockey for the first 2 periods, for basically the first 2.5, basically the first half of the game. The Hawks and Flames were just back and forth, but the Hawks started getting the goals going in, and it was nothing that the Flames could match. The Hawks beat the Flames 8-4 over in tonight's action. It was a good game by the Hawks. They needed this game. They wanted to play better. They had a great performance against Vancouver the other night, but came out the losers because Markstrom just absolutely killed us when he was in net. The Hawks were outshot tonight, and it was not even close. It was 28-42 in favor for the Calgary Flames on shots on goal. So the Hawks had a total of 8 of their 28 shots go in on net. The Flames had to change goalies from Riddick to Talbot, but that didn't do anything for the Flames. The Flames still lost the game. Face-off percentage, the Flames actually beat the Hawks on the face-off, 52.8% for the Flames, 47.2% for the Hawks. Shots on goal per period, 12-8 in favor for the Chicago Blackhawks in the first period. 7-14 in favor for the Flames in the second period. 9-20 in favor for the Flames in the third period. Robin Lehner played great. I know 4 goals went past him, but he faced 42 shots this game, and he played great tonight. The Hawks played well. Lehner was good. I do have to admit, sorry there hasn't been reviews out for the last few games because my software was not wanting to work for editing. So that's why I couldn't get reviews out for the last few games. The Hawks do beat the Flames tonight, and now we have another game tomorrow night against the Winnipeg Jets. And I hate these back-to-back games. They suck, especially if you're traveling from a Pacific time. I believe Calgary's in the was in the Pacific time zone. In the Western. Well, you know why. I believe they might be Mountain Time, if I'm not mistaken, actually. But whatever. The Hawks do beat the Flames, and now we have to go to Winnipeg tomorrow night. That's what I was trying to say. It's not fun doing those type of travel games. So let's get into the goals, because we had a total of 12 goals in tonight's action. So a lot of action came for goals. And here we go. 30 seconds into the first period. Scored by your captain, number 19, Jonathan Toews. His 16th of the season. Assisted by number 8, Dominic Kubalik. And number 68, Slater Cuckoo, to give the Hawks an early 1-0 lead over the Calgary Flames. This was a great play by Cuckoo, feeding the puck up right to Kubalik. Kubalik feeds it over to Toews. Toews goes low glove side on Riddick. Nice shot by Toews, getting the Hawks to the lead early in this game. But 2 minutes later, at 2:07 well, basically a minute and a half later, at 2:07 in the first period, Sam Bennett scores his 6th of the season, assisted by Lucic to make it a 1-1 game. This was a strange goal. It was this weird rebound, and it goes past Leonard. Whatever, the Hawks still won this game, so there's more goal scoring to come. At 9 minutes, 17 seconds, scored by number 8, Dominic Kubalik. His 23rd of the season, assisted by your captain, number 19, Jonathan Toews, and number 88, Patrick Kane. This came right after a power play. The Hawks managed getting their lead back, and this was a nice goal by Kubalik. He was in the slot and he gets it right past Riddick to give the Hawks their 1-goal lead back. It's now 2-1 Chicago Blackhawks with Kubalik's 23rd of this season. That gets a little bit of a monkey off Kubalik's back. He hasn't scored in a little bit, but he gets his 23rd goal of the season. It was a nice goal by Kub, something that probably can spark him again. But Sam Bennett had himself a good game tonight for the Flames, because at 12:57 in the first period, Sam Bennett ties the game up again, 2-2, his 7th of the season. To make it 2-2, Sam Bennett had a good game. He had a penalty late in the game as well, but it should have gone to Gaudreau. Refs messed up, but we still have to say, I have to admit, Sam Bennett played probably the best game on the Calgary Flames tonight. Everyone else, not so much. So we go to the second period, tied 2-2. I thought this game could be a back and forth game as after this first period of play, and it felt like it was going to be that way. But it did not become that way after the Hawks managed getting it a 3-2 lead, scored by number 20, Brandon Saad. His 18th of the season, assisted by number 88, Patrick Kane, and number 56, Eric Gustafson, to make it 3-2 at 4:24 in the second period. Nice goal here by Saad. It was a beauty of a pass that Patrick Kane sauced right over to Brandon Saad. Saad had enough time waiting to pick his spot, and he managed to bury it to give the Hawks their 1-goal lead back. And here comes the chaser of Riddick. And this was a steal from number 92, Alex Nylander. His 7th of the season, first of the night, to make it a 4-2 game, chasing Riddick out of the neck. And here comes Talbot at 5:28 in the second period. Nice goal here by Nylander. It was a beauty of a goal. I haven't seen Nylander play this good ever this year. Actually, ever in his career when he was with Buffalo. He played his best game of his career tonight in Calgary, it feels like. He was stealing the puck, getting up in the rush, and Nylander comes out of the game with 2 goals tonight, because the goal scoring's not over yet. At 10:56 in the second period, Lindholm makes it a 4-3 game with his 26th goal of the season, assisted by Gaudreau. It was just a nice shot by Lindholm, and I can't deny that. It's a 1-goal game back again. But at 17:47 in the second period, Scored by number 12, Alex DeBrincat. His 14th of the season. Assisted by number 17, Dylan Strom. And number 77, Kirby Doc, to make it a 5-3 lead over the Calgary Flames. This goal by the Cat might be one of those type of goals that Alex needs to break out of his slumping season that he has had. He's had honestly, Cat had a rough game again tonight, but he finally breaks the back of the net again to get his 14th of the season. Finally to see Cat get one off his back, and, well, it wasn't off his back. The goal was a shot into the net, but he finally gets that monkey off his back, and maybe we could see some more Cat goals to come. But less than 30 seconds later, at 18:40 in the second period, scored by number 92, Alex Nylander. His 8th of the season, 2nd of the night, assisted by number 36, Matthew Highmore. Nice pass by Highmore to feed it right to Nylander. Nylander in the slot shoots it past Talbot. Nylander had himself a game, as I already have said. And it was a good goal by Nylander that maybe we could start seeing some more production out of him. He hasn't been producing well for us, but now he has a 2-goal game, his 2nd of the season with a 2-goal game. And maybe we are going to start seeing an insurgent, like a rising production in Nylander. We could see that he had the spark that he needed tonight. Let's see what he can do to come. That was probably that's probably his best game of his career tonight. So we go to the third period. Hawks up 6-3. Lindholm at 14:06 in the third period brings it within 2 goals. His 27th of this season, assisted by Gaudreau and Tkachuk on the power play. Taves loses his stick in the slot. He tries to go fast to the bench to get a new stick, but Lindholm gets the puck and shoots it past Leonard. I would have stayed out on the ice if I was Taves to just try and defend until we could clear the puck out of the zone, but whatever. We still had the big lead in this game. But we have 4-on-4 hockey, and the Flames mess up horribly with their pulling of Talbot, because scored by number 88, Patrick Kane, his 26th of the season, assisted by number 19, Jonathan Taves, at 16:48 on the 4-on-4, but the Flames were trying to pull Cam Talbot, and Kane just sees the wide open net and shoots it down the ice, giving the Hawks a 7-4 lead in this game. By then, when the empty net's pulled, usually goal scoring's done, right? Well, wrong. Because with 1 minute and 1 second remaining in regulation time, scored by number 77, Kirby Doc, his 8th of the season, assisted by number 91, Drake Caggiula, and number 5, Connor Murphy, to make it the 8-4 Hawks win over the Calgary Flames. This was a big game by the Hawks, finally ending that schneid And now we go to Winnipeg tomorrow night. My 3 stars of tonight's action from the Chicago Blackhawks. I'm going to do it this way. With the first star of the night, number 92, Alex Nylander, scoring 2 goals and well-deserved for first star of the night for my 3 stars of the night. And then for second star of the night with 1 goal and 2 assists, number 19, Jonathan Toews. Well, deserving of this number 2 spot for Taser. He had a great game tonight, even though he had that mess up on the PK, but whatever. Then, for the third star of the night, I'm giving it to Robin Lehner. He faced 42 shots. I know he allowed 4 goals, but I'm giving it to Robin Lehner here. He played that great and net. So, this was a big game by the Chicago Blackhawks, a must-win that they needed, and it was a well-played game after following up it getting shut out by Vancouver when they outplayed Vancouver in every stat. But this was a good game by the Chicago Blackhawks, something they needed and something that sparked them. So, down in the comments down below, I want to hear what your thoughts were from tonight's action. And thank you for watching the broadcast. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And most of all, let's go Hawks!